Okay, keep it coming, keep it coming. I can see additional earthworms. Okay, Adeosun earthworms. Okay, circular. The bees. Okay, ants, gisag, vultures. Seems like vultures is really winning. Dung beetle, just one dung beetles I've seen. Climate. Okay, bees is winning. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Okay. I'll ask a question about how was today's exercise, and I've been getting some few responses. Um, is a good one that you went to explore nature, and the reason why these tasks are given to you is because there's a connection, okay, with there's a connection with your GSAT and the lecture on that day. So if you don't do it, we are going to know, okay? And if you some of you decide to do AI generated responses, and it was clearly stated, don't generate your response with AI, yet we decide to default. And it was so bad, marking a lot of wrong reports. So please, if you are on this call and you have not deleted your report, please go and pull it down, okay? When you are submitting your report, you don't submit and edit it, Editing is not allowed on your report. That was also stated. So please pull it down. So now moving on, we'll quickly dive into, okay, got some weird people looking at you, bonding with nature. I'm trying to read responses on the group. Connected with a palm frond, okay. It was a nice experience, having fun. Okay, that shows that connecting with nature is fun, right? So you see, you've carried out the exercise, and with this lecture, it's going to be much more eye-opening. So as we're logging in and reminding our different GSA, please let's increase this number. Let's increase this number. 55, let's increase this number. Let's reach up to 100 because we are more than 200 on the group. So why being said, let's quickly go and use the chat room and type in what is the topic of discussion this evening. What are we going to be discussing? Why I bring up our guests. The topic of discussion, yeah, was going to be the lecture theme this evening. Okay, so please, the hosts, okay, yeah, that is done. So type it in, let's have that rolling. I'm going to be reading our guest speaker profile, and why I do that upon reading, help us and welcome her. Okay, so we have Anna Omokaye. She's a climate leader, an educator, a youth organizer driving inclusive climate action in Nigeria. She's the founder of EcoSmart Club, a youth-led initiative that helps young Nigerians with green skills and empowers them to lead climate action through gender-responsive environmental clubs, teaching, capacity building, and environmental projects. Our vision is to see an Africa where marginalized communities, especially youth, women, and people with disabilities, can pursue green careers, influence climate decision-making, and transform locally rooted Afrocentric ideas into tangible community action and systemic impact. Anna is a 2024 African Climate Alliance Ambassador and an eco champion with SOS Children's Villages, with a standing ovation and a clapping ovation wherever you are right now. Please, let's go to the chat room and roll in our clapping emojis before she takes up the stage. Yeah. Fostering harmony with the environment, echoing nature. Great. Thank you for following through. So please, I can't see it coming. Clapping emojis, bring it on, bring them on. Show us some love. Yeah, at this juncture, please, Anna, you have the stage. I hope you can hear me. You're welcome. Thank
Hi,
you so
Gift.
much for doing this with us. Yeah, you have the floor, please.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Someone sharing the slides.
Okay, I don't know, are you doing that from your end?
I'd prefer if you do that.
I'm unable to do that from my end. I thought you would from your end. No.
Okay, let me see what I can do. I'm not sure.
Oh, I would have done that from mine, but my system right now is a bit flat.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, thank you. Please let's keep the emojis coming in and do well to invite your GSAG member. Please rename your devices also. Okay, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Assessment is ongoing. All right. Thank you, Anna. You have the floor.
Thank you so much, everyone. Evening. I hope you all are well and you're doing great. Welcome once again to GSAM, and shout out to all the GSAG, all the ants, the bees, the fungi. I greet you all. Congratulations on making it to the program, and I hope you all have been having an amazing time. So, to dive into today's topic, echoing nature, fostering harmony with the environment. Um, let's quickly do this. So, I know that my bio was read, but here is a lie.
Oh, I don't know. Is it just me? I can't seem to hear you again, Anna. She there? Okay, I guess it's a network.
Oh, yes, I'm back
Please let's
now.
hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, okay, yeah, you're back. Thank you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, hopefully this doesn't happen again. Yeah, so please give me a few minutes to put up the slide again. Can you guys see my slide?
Not yet. It doesn't come up. Okay, it's coming up.
Should have come. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we
So
can see it. Okay.
yeah. The second one is that I can spend hours in deafening silence, just listening to birds chirping. The third one, I'd trade anything. I'll trade. And number four, I actually stopped littering at the age of 5 after an experience at a party. And number 5, I have a phobia for animals, yet I love them. Does anyone wants to figure out the lie? It's just one. Anyone? Quickly. You can just take a good guess. You can type that in the chat. Is anyone responding? I really need to move. Point 3. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Wow. Are you guys sure? That's actually true. Reaching at the age of 5. That's true as true. I think the lie here is number 1. And it's not a lie, it's just that it's half truth. And half truth to me is like, so sometimes I wake up to the sound of birds. or should I say most times, because of the way my house is built, there's a tree literally behind my window. And sometimes 6:30 on the dot, I have birds behind my window chirping already. So yeah, sometimes I wake up to the sounds of birds, but not all the time. Thank you guys for the guess. All right, so to move on, I'm aware you did an exercise, although I don't know the full details, but I know it has to do with nature. I would like us to do this quickly. Can you just close your eyes for 1 minute and imagine the last time nature made you feel alive? This could be maybe when you were walking on the streets. Um, it could be a cool breeze. It could be standing under a shade. In the comments, can you just share how you felt? One word that encapsulates how you felt. Just one word. Anybody? Calmness. I like that. It might be when you drank water or when rain falls. How do you feel in nature? Okay, it's just Moshood that is responding. We have a lot of response. Okay, I like relieved. I like relaxing. I like calm. I like hopeful, peaceful, relieved. There's a lot of relief. Yes, you feel so relieved. Like right now, feeling very hot. And imagine one small breeze just pass by. I'll be so relieved right now. Yeah, thank you guys for the responses. Happy. Yeah, that's another feeling, which means that nature is such a beautiful thing. So to look at today's topic, I'm going to start by looking at what nature is really, and is the living and non-living world around us, living and non-living world around us. And this includes forests, rivers, ocean, air, animals, plants, soil. Think about the life on land, the life on water, in water, the um, atmosphere, basically anything that exists out of that is not man-made. Basically, anything that is not man-made is nature. And nature is both the source of life and the system that sustains it. So, source of life, in the sense that different components that sustain life, and the system, that's the infrastructure, the trees, um, the water bodies, everything encompassing is what nature is. And if we look at nature, nature is so designed in a way that we cannot live outside nature. Imagine everybody's talking about living in Mars. Um, I'm very sure that this earth was designed intentionally for us human beings. And without all of this in place, without the trees, without the birds, everything working together, human beings cannot function, we cannot exist effectively on Earth. And biblical accounts, for instance, we share that man was made from nature. That's man was made from sand. I don't know about other accounts, but I'm sure of that one. And it was made from the earth, right? Meaning that the material body that were made from the substance of nature. And nature, we're not just made from nature. Nature sustains us in the sense that the water we drink is from nature, the air we breathe is from nature, the food we eat is from nature. Is from nature, no matter how processed or no matter how the packages in the nylon and all of that, there's still a substance of nature in that food or whatever you're eating. The trees regulate the climate, from plants. We have mental peace, emotional healing. A lot of people shared that, they felt relieved, soothing. Those are
Oh, it seems network is doing its thing. Oh, so sorry. Hannah, can you still hear me? Or is it my network? Can we still hear her?
I think
Okay, I
she's
guess.
off the network.
Oh, okay. Please let's kindly hold on, right? We hope the network brings her back in no time. So how is it going, Green, dear participant? I hope we're enjoying the section already. Okay, you can't hear her too. Okay. Thank you for your response. It shows we are following. So if you're on YouTube, thank you for connecting. Okay. So what have you learned so far from all she has been saying? Let's see those who have been participating. Because some people just logged in and they went to go and cook rice. One thing you've learned so far while we wait for her. Nobody's typing. Let's roll in our response. I know we've been learning, so just share one thing. I know some people just decided to join now, so they haven't even learned anything. Okay, humans are part of nature. Don't separate from it. Okay, you cannot live without nature. You see? Do you see it? And some people decided to do the assignment. Sorry, do the task today and not connect. We say connect and backs in nature. You are not. Some of you are just doing you are just snapping selfie. Selfies you decided to share with us, or just stood and say you were connecting. So yeah, you can see that we cannot separate ourselves from nature. And I don't want to take up the lecture. However, let's just stay tuned. Hopefully she gets back in. So let's keep praying for the network. I know that network is something that can be very challenging. And some people usually lie with the network. The network will not let them connect, even though from hearts of heart, they refuse not to connect. So okay, you can keep your responses rolling. No, while we are waiting for her, we can also share one of the challenging things so far for you in the GSA. What's been your greatest challenge while we're waiting for her? Man is a product of nature. Okay, from Dung B2. Some of you did not rename your device. Well done. Praise. That's good. Okay. Human being and nature are inseparable. Okay. Sorry about that, Ibrahim Gaba. I think it's general. So if you are with us on this lecture, help us to rename your device. Let us know who is with us. Okay, she emphasized yesterday. You can see that. I like that response. She emphasized yesterday's discussion, yeah? Who said that again? Let me call out the name. Yeah, Moshood. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Sorry. She emphasized yesterday's discussion that man should be part of the echo and not raise ego. Okay. So let's go of your ego. You can see how the curriculum aligns. I mean, there's no, each of the days flow into each other, into one another. So that's why you shouldn't miss it. My voice is breaking. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me correctly now? Can you hear me well? I think she has joined in now. Is it better? So
Yeah, we
the
can hear you well now.
okay, great. Sorry about that. I guess network. Um, I was just talking about connection from day one. Yesterday was day one. So the same thing with tomorrow's lecture is going to flow in till the very end. That's why I shouldn't miss any day. And hopefully you stay to the very end. We cannot wait to graduate, those of you that stay to the end. Our guests, Hannah, please, are you there now? Welcome back. Thought I saw her logged in. Please, host, make her co-host. Let me see if I can do that from my end. Hi, Hannah. Okay, her host has to do this. Please make her co-host. I believe she's back. Okay. Yeah, thank you. We are back. Oh, sorry, Anna. Please, host, make her co. Okay, yeah, thank you. I think you're our co-host now. You're co-host.
Yes, yes. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
welcome back.
So sorry about that. I hope it will not happen again. I've changed my network provider, so it should get better. So where were we?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I was just saying that as humans, we are part of nature and not separate from it. Sometimes when we talk about nature, one thing that comes to our mind is we going to a park or going to the sea or the ocean or the beach. When we say we want to feel nature or be immersed in nature, we're not separate from nature. Nature is all around us. We ourselves, we're part of nature. So first of all, we need to have that ideology and mindset. And nature works for us every day. Nature does not in nature sustaining us, nature does a lot of work for us. I can ask everyone to start sharing the different things that they benefit from nature. From first of all, the air that you breathe comes from nature, and without it you cannot live. Imagine you have to buy oxygen, for instance. I don't know if you know how much they sell oxygen, but that's a lot of money, and we get it freely, right? So when we talk about the work that nature does for us, we call them ecosystem services, the services that we get from nature for free. And some of them includes regulating services, and these are benefits that we get from nature just by itself regulating itself. One of them includes pest control. The way the ecosystem has been trained or designed is that there are pests that can act as biological control, like natural predictors. If you have plenty rats in your house, for instance, and you just keep one cat, you realize that the population of the cats, sorry, the rats decreases because there's the presence of a cat. Yeah. So they control pests. They regulate. Um, Okay, so another example is biomass, right? It's just the process of the sun radiating on the earth. We're able.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry everyone. The network is, oh my goodness. Network is really breaking. I think she has been logged out again. Thank you to everyone who has stayed to this point. Like you guys. Well done, well done, well done. Thank you. So she was trying to mention, for those that have been following, what did you hear last? Let me ask. If you've been following, what did you hear last? What slide was she on? Let's roll in our response. So I believe that we were following and we did not just drop our phone to mark attendance alone. Let's have it. Let's have it. Yeah, you will get the slides, right? You get it. However, okay. The presence of cat, okay, reduces the rats in our household. Okay. Nature works for everyone. Nature has a regulating system. Okay. Man does not
Okay.
sustain nature. Nature sustains man. Great. Okay, you're back. Okay. Welcome
Yeah,
back.
I really don't know what's wrong because I keep getting locked
Thank
out.
you, everyone. Yeah, let's keep following. You're welcome back. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. All right. So as I was saying, yeah, there are supporting services that nature gives to us. Um, these are services that are necessary for the production of other ecosystems that we also benefit from. Examples are biodiversity. Through different biodiversity, we're able to sustain life. Through biodiversity, for instance, the work that birds does by dispersing seeds, we're able to have more green areas, soil formation, and the like. So there are a lot of um, supporting services that nature gives to us that benefits us indirectly. There are also provisioning services. This includes our foods and medicine, the nutrient cycling, the water we get. We're able to dig wells and find water. It's all nature. And these are non-material services or benefits that we get from nature. For instance, recreational benefits. Sometimes when you just look at a massland of green area, I don't know about you, but it does something really great to me. I just feel this joy, excitement, clarity, peace, happiness, and we also have spiritual and inspirational benefits as well. For instance, there are some people that nature is their own god. Some people worship water, for instance. So all of these are so basically we see that man does not sustain nature as we think. It is actually nature that sustain us. Now imagine that all of this does not exist. There's no fresh air, there's no water, there's no green area, there are no animals. Imagine that all of these living things and non-living things that God has put in place or that are available to us as humans, they are not there. How does that make you feel? If you can put in the chat. Um, for me, I feel very incomplete. And it's not just about what it's going to make me feel, it's about what it's going to do, because you could literally die if all of this does not exist. But we realize that there are a lot of things that we're doing as humans that are impacting nature in a very bad way. And they include deforestation, for instance. When we cut off trees, and we um, we eradicate forest areas, we're not just cutting trees, because it's not just about the trees, it's also about the systems that depend on that tree for survival. It's about the biodiversity that that tree supports. It's about the birds that need the tree, for instance, to build their nests so that they can um, um, reproduce or hatch their eggs. It's about microorganisms that are on the soil. It's about species, maybe wild or maybe not wild, that have called that place their home, but will not have to migrate or go into extinction if somebody comes and one day brings bulldozer and just um collapse your whole house. You lose your property, you lose everything. And if you don't have somewhere else that you can go, you could be homeless, you could be living on the streets. So that's what deforestation really is. So there are a lot of things that we're doing, and when we alter these natural causes, they have a way of impacting the environment. When a particular, for instance, trees, they act as carbon sinkers, and not just carbon sinkers, they also help us to regulate erosions. They'll act as flood buffers. When we remove that structure, we are no we are not only impacting nature, we are also impacting ourselves or harming ourselves in a very bad way. We also have plastic pollution. These days, you find more plastic than grasses these days. Yesterday, when I was coming from church, I saw a, a goat eating lion. When I was growing up, that thing was like an aberration. Like, what's right? They eat grasses. I kid you not. I could not find any portion where there was grass. It was all nylon. It was all eats, different kind of. They don't eat lion, right? And this is the same goat that they'll take to market and slaughter. And we are buying goat meat. All of us were eating goat meat. Goats that are feeding on nylons, right? So in other way, we were also affecting ourselves, eating goods that probably are digesting microplastics. Um, Aside that, we have overconsumption. A lot of us, just buy things. Get so if we go to some of used wardrobe, you have clothes stacks, and you're still buying more. We we overeat, then we waste. All of these things are things that are impacting the environment. We have fossil fuel depending on fossil fuel for literally everything. Aside transportation, some clothes are made from plastics, which are also gotten from fossil fuel. And we see how all of these things are impacting our environment and our climate. We're experiencing climate change, prolonged didn't have Harmattan when we're supposed to have it. They did not even have snow. Can you imagine? We are experiencing biodiversity loss in a very rapid way. There was a documentary that was released, I think, 2 years ago, that we had a total of, is it 10 lions left in the entire Nigeria? That was really sad to hear. We're losing a lot of wildlife. We're also experiencing soil degradation and health crisis alike. So we're seeing how different activities that we're doing are causing imbalance in nature. So when we say the topic echoing nature. What does it mean? When we echo, I don't know, in an empty drum. When I was a younger, I used to do that. I would just put my head in an empty drum or a keg. You sing to it and it echoes back. Or maybe you are in a room, an empty room. Um, you you get echo. And what is echo really? Echo is the repetition of a sound caused by the reflection of sound waves off a earth surface, and it returns to the listener shortly after the original sound. And basically, it's just like a reflection of your sound, and it circles back to you. So human actions, to align our actions, our designs, our creative works with the patterns, sounds, and the principles of the natural world of nature. So, so align our actions with the principles of nature, to align our designs with the principles of nature, to align our works, our patterns the principle with the principles of nature. And when we talk about the principles of nature or the characteristics of nature, what what does this mean? How does nature behave? Now, the characteristics of nature, number one is balance. We see that nature regulates itself, and predictors that praise. I'm sorry, which one again? Okay, so
Hello.
sorry, I didn't know the last thing that you guys said. I'm back again.
Okay.
Okay, so I was talking about cycles that looking at water cycle, everything cycles, nothing is wasted in nature. That leaf that drops on the ground, it will become compost that nourishes the soil. Um, if it's not compost, animals eat it. Sorry, plants eat it. Excuse me. I meant some, should we call them animals like ants, all of those things. They depend on all these dead leaves for survival. Um, so everything in cycle, basically, that's what I'm saying. Then there is interdependence in nature.
Hello, Anna. Can you hear me? Network is breaking.
We
Hi, Anna. Can you hear me?
depend on trees for oxygen. Tree depends on us for carbon dioxide. There's adaptability. Nature adjusts to everything. Nature changes. Nature evolves. Nature is not static. We see that animals, they migrate when season.
Hi, Hannah. Can you hear me? Okay, I think our network has logged that out again. Everyone participating, are you still here? I know that the section is not going that smooth. Network is doing its thing. Yeah, however, I believe we're gaining one or two things. So sorry about the poor network. The slide will be shared with us, and
Is it better now?
at this point, we are even trying to wrap up. I mean, time is fast spent. Oh,
Can you
you're
hear me?
back. Okay,
Yes.
yeah. We couldn't hear you. It was
I'll wrap
breaking.
out, make it faster because we spent so
Sorry, I
much
think
time.
network is
Is it better
okay.
now?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you now. We can like wrap up. Yeah, thank you.
As humans, so when we say we should echo nature, we said our actions should um, reflect nature's characters, and we should basically imbibe nature's principles. So when we look at balance, we're saying as people, as humans, we need to stop over consumption and wastefulness. When we look at cycle, we see that we need to reduce our waste and reuse resources and not just be linear people that just buy, use, and dump. When we look at interdependence, we see the need as people to collaborate, build community. Sometimes individuality is the reason why we get things that we do not need. A lot of us do not exist in community or collaborate in communities. Um, we see now everybody is building their own boreholes, but we don't even know what that might cause in the next 2 or 3 years when everyone is sinking bottles, right? As We also have characteristics like adaptability, that ability to innovate. The climate is changing now. How can we adapt to the changing climate and um, bring ideas that can help us adapt, basically? We look at patience, and this has to do with attributes that can teach us how to rest, how to take things easy, how to know that things take time. For instance, a tree doesn't grow in a day. So things take time, and we need to be patient as people. We also have attributes like resilience, ability to recover after setbacks. So, how can we foster harmony with nature? Number one, we need to see ourselves as part of the ecosystem, like I established from the start. We're not outside nature, we are part of nature. We need to start respecting natural limits, because we think that we have water, we have the sun, all of these things will always be there, but resources are finite. There is a 2026 United Nations University Institute for Water and Environment Health report that just came out. And they just said that we are in a global water bankruptcy, and meaning that many parts of the world are using water faster than nature can replenish. That means that it doesn't mean like countries like Iran, for instance, they are already experiencing these dried rivers, dried underground water, and this can even happen, in this part of the country that's like southwest. Sometimes you think that there should still be water, but the well is drying up. All of these things are impacting water, um, um, our all of these things are impacting our existence. And if you look at it, the way we're using water, and it's not just your showers and everything, our industries, how are we using water? How is agriculture our agricultural system using water. So all of these things are things that we need to check. Also, we need to take responsibility for our waste. We need to be mindful of our footprints. We need to build systems that regenerate. That's planting trees, allowing nature in our homes. Don't have everybody on this call. Don't, when you have plans of building your house, ensure that you're not building or you're not living in a house that is just concrete. Ensure that you plant trees. Ensure that there is life around your house. Another thing is we should listen to the environment. What is the environment saying? What are the changes that we're seeing in our environment? What is that telling us about how the environment is responding to our actions, and how can we do better? Another thing is that we need to think long term and not short time. Before you get anything, before you do anything, is can this serve long term? Because really that's what sustainability is about. Then finally, we need to be stewards of our environment. The environment is not something that is given to us to demolish or to exploit. It is given to us to nurture. I'll keep referring to Bible because that's an account that I know very well. When God created man and put him in the Garden of Eden, according to the Bible, it says that he put man there and says to nurture it, right? Are we nurturers as people, or we are exploiters? So we need to be stewards of that which we have. Other things that we can do is to practice mindfulness in nature. Don't just walk. Be mindful of the trees, be mindful of that fly, be mindful of the air, be mindful and be grateful for all these resources. And finally, have respect for life. We say something when we're small that what you cannot create, you should not kill. A lot of us, we kill bugs and all of these things, but these insects that we're seeing, that we're killing, they all have their own contributions to the environment. For instance, earthworm has a lot of work that is doing under the soil, and you just see it and you kill it. You don't know you don't know what work is doing. So we need to respect life and nurture life. So basically, this is my final slide. I would just like you all to put a personal commitment that you're going to be doing henceforth. So I've said a lot of things. So in what ways are you going to be echoing nature? I'd like to get your responses. In what ways will you be echoing nature going forward? So because we should be wrapping up, I'd like this to be very fast. In what ways? Okay, thank you, Yinsa. She said planting and nurturing more trees, encourage planting of trees. Thank you, thank you. For me, I plan to live in a forest when I grow up, when I have my own house. I'll plant plenty trees. Okay, planting more, upcycling, being a steward against cutting down of trees, creating awareness, definitely creating awareness. Thank you guys for your contributions. Try not to kill insects or cockroaches. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your contributions. So I would like to end with this quote that says by Gary Sidner. He says, nature is not a place to visit, like we say, we're going to do forest bathing, we're going to nature. Nature is not a place to visit. Nature is home. Nature is literally home. And if nature is gone, your ass is gone. There's nothing else left. So we need to protect nature. We need to protect our home, and we need to echo nature. So if you're on this call, make it your life commitment to always echo nature. Remember the principles and live by them. And be stewards, create awareness, and always protect your own. So I will end there, and I'll hand over back to Gift. We have to thank MCN and Ed for their drama this night as well. Thank you all for being such an engaging listeners. Thank you so much. And
yeah, thank you so much, Hannah. Yeah, we appreciate you. That was a very insightful one. Yeah, participant of the Green Switch Academy, cohort 32. What do we have to say to her? Let's do well to give her all the love and show her all the love. The way you learned and gained value, I show it to in the chat room. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, so we are far behind schedule. However, we're going to be leaving the stage open for just 2 questions. So if you have question, either type it in quickly or raise your hand. I'm going to unmute you to ask. 2 questions alone. I would have said let's just, but we still have one more section to wrap up this night, and time is fast spent. So please, if you have question, let's know. You can type it in the chat room or just use the hand and I would unmute you. Okay, you can make your contribution. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Like she said, engaging. You guys were really engaging, and yeah. Sorry about the network once again. When value is coming like this, that's what happens. So they have planned for a smooth one. However, some things are beyond control. In all of it, we thank God for a successful one. At least we gained value. So yeah, the slide will be shared with you. How do you move from plastic usage to management? Is that your question? Okay. Who have question again so that I can just take them together? Anyone raising hand? Let me see. Oh, there's a hand raised. Oh, 2 people rose hand. Who rose it first now? I don't know. Jeremiah, Peter. It's just 2 questions you can take. So I'm going to unmute Peter so that you can ask your question. Please, just in 30 seconds. I've asked you to unmute. Quickly do and ask your question. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Good evening. Sorry, can you hear me? Hello, good evening. Can you hear me,
Peter.
please?
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you. Just go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. It was Peter I will meet, however, yeah. Jeremiah, go ahead. Quickly, please. Are you still there?
Okay, this is Peter.
Okay, Peter, please go ahead. I guess it's
Okay,
network.
I felt she ended with saying that we should be a steward. I don't really know how we can be a steward as this topic is concerned. Like, I need more elaboration on that. Thank you.
Okay,
I
Peter,
think
Jeremiah, please hold on. Peter, did you just join the section or you've been logged in since?
I've logged
Okay,
in since, but the network does not
okay,
enable me
that's
to
fine.
stay connected.
Okay, thank you for asking your question. Yeah, Hannah, so we have 2 questions. He said from Peter, he says that he's asking how can one be a steward in this context? And someone in the chat room asked, how do you go from plastic usage to management? Yeah, can you help us answer? Did you,
Taking the rest?
Hannah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I wanted to ask if you're taking Jeremiah and Abosede as
No, no,
well.
no, please help us answer this too. I guess you would have to revert maybe in the chat. We don't have time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you go from plastic usage to plastic management? Um, okay, so some of the things that you can do is first of all do like a plastic audit. What are the things that you do, like that you need plastic for, that you use plastic for? Then you need to start thinking, could there be an alternative? What can I use instead for all of these things, activities? So I would say start from an audit, then think of alternatives. Then the ones that you cannot do without, you need to start looking for how to recycle them, how to upcycle them or reuse them. I hope I've been able to answer your question. David, you can just put yes or no in the chat. What else? So the second question is, how do we become stewards? Yeah, in this context. So, who is a steward, first of all? When we say the word steward, I don't know if you've seen um, all these films, like foreign films, there's a big house or like a castle, and there is someone usually there managing all the staff and everybody that works in that household. That's an example of a steward. Literally, the meaning of a steward is a person that is employed to look over something um, or a property. It could also mean to supervise or to keep things in order. So in this context, when we say stewards of nature, it means that you as a human being, as a man, you have been created to manage, to oversee, to put in order, to nurture earth, to nurture nature. Do you understand? So that's what it means basically to be stewards of nature, to nurture it, to ensure that nature continues, nature flourishes, by planting trees, by ensuring that things that could harm the environment are, are stopped, and by ensuring that nature literally flourishes. Let's just put it that way. It could also mean like telling other people about it, creating awareness. So that's what nature, still being a steward of nature means. Okay. That will be all right.
Yeah. Yes, please. Thank you so much, Hannah. Yeah, thank you, everyone. I hope your question has been answered. I think that was Stephen who asked the question, yeah? Please confirm. So now, if you are here and still need clarity on this section, you can revert. Two ways you can ask your question. You can ask me and I'll direct it to her, or you can ask any of the admins on the group page, or you can always revert your question to Plugin Nigeria's email. The same mail you got the invitation to join the academy. So whichever way. So well, sorry, we can't take more questions, okay? Okay, your question has been answered. Great, thank you. Yes, I believe everyone is good. Should you need more clarity, please, you know where to, I've already stated how you can do that. Thank you so much, Hannah, for this insightful section. Please, another round of applause for her while she take a leave and we revert to, I'll say the next thing for us. Yeah, let's celebrate her with all the emojis. And to everyone that stayed to this point with our schedule, I understand how our schedule can be. Right now, I can tell you how many percent of my phone is right now. So I get all of that. We all get it. And that's the reason when you bring your excuse or say the reason why you did not join in, we have faced it and we are facing it. However, the fact that there are sacrifices to be made because you signed up for this year. So thank you once again, Hannah. We appreciate you for joining in. For facilitating the section for us, the insights that you shared and making it real, like the relatable examples and current realities. Yeah, it was insightful, inspired the network. Yeah, for those online on YouTube connecting and streaming, and anyone who's going to encounter this after today, we hope you had a very interesting and insightful time with us. This is Green Switch Academy cohort 32 and day 2 of it. Okay, so without further ado, I believe we've seen the curriculum, everyone. Yeah, thank you for sharing her more love. Yeah, she appreciates it. Thank you. So I believe we've seen the curriculum and we know that there's something next to be done. So I'm looking at how best we can wrap up that section in the next 15 minutes, which I believe will be possible with your efforts. With your cooperation, right? So please don't zoom off. And that section will be held on WhatsApp. So don't zoom off. Join in, contribute, and we're going to wrap it up for day 2. And I hope I see you all by day 7 because some persons might decide not to join us because they've made that decision. All right, everyone. Without further ado, please let's jump back to WhatsApp. Let's go back to WhatsApp. If you join this call on YouTube, you can write your name and GSAG where you get just for assessment. Okay. However, please let's all go back to WhatsApp. Thank you once again for staying to this point. And to all GSAMs who joined the call, we appreciate you. Yeah, Plugging Nigeria, our host. Thank you so much. So let's go back to the group. A question is waiting for all of us. Let's go back to WhatsApp. See you there. Thank you.